suppose I have published 12 papers, okay, and I have done my thesis. I just want to ask you one question, that can I introduce each of these 12 papers as 12 separate chapters? If I can do so, will I be falling under self-plagiarism, or do I have to remodel this paper and write this as separate chapters? So
yeah, it is a very good question, and Biswadip, it is actually useful for all the people, those who are going to submit their thesis. It is you are really addressing one good point. I am appreciating your question, because as you have already 12 papers or 14 papers during your PhD. Yeah, I had also faced that one, that during my PhD I have published like around the 14 paper there, and with the conferences also publication. And now while framing my thesis, I have to focus on the guideline, number one. So if I make the 12th chapter, I think that the whole work will be divided into some very small work. So I have connected. It is better to connect at least 2 paper, 3 paper into a single chapter. Then impact of the chapter will be also high. You can confine the chapter from 5 chapter to 8 chapter. It is enough, I think that. But if you go for 12 chapters or the 15, 20 chapters, then it will be actually difficult for you, and those who are examiner, they will also lose the interest, and they will take more time for giving you the feedback, for giving you the result. So I think that it will be better if you can combine this all, because these are connected from your own research work, and you can connect that paper to chapter. For example, in chapter 2 research, say chapter 3 research and methodology you are adopting, and in that chapter you can go with at least 3 to 4 that is a paper, and in the conclusion part also, result and discussion, you can include more research paper, and it will help you.
Okay, so
I think that you are getting your point.
Say that I cannot directly use the paper directly in my thesis. In that case, will I fall under self-plagiarism? This concept called self-plagiarism here. I mean, I'm
not an issue of the self-plagiarism. Yeah, I am understanding. It is not one issue of the self-plagiarism, but it is better if you are not directly keeping the research paper. Because we have one evidence, and we have one example for that one. One person made, I think that before 5 years like that, I got that news also, I have seen. And he made his paper, all the paper, and he made all his phases, submit the thesis. Then he want to become actually the shortest one of the world. And but lastly, finally their advisor board, the research council, just give him the direction that please introduce something, at least the result discussion part. So therefore it is not self-plagiarism. If you are publishing your paper, it is not that you cannot make that one presence in your thesis, but format should be changed. Number one, that is you are adopting the research paper as per the journal format. Say you are having one Elsevier, one Springer, and one the ASP publication. Okay, and they all the 3 papers in 3 different format. Their that is references are also different. So you can mention your paper. You can mention, and I have also cited my paper in my thesis. I have cited. So please make citation of your own research paper in your thesis. Then it will not come under the plagiarism, because you have published it. It is your own research work, your original research work. You are not doing plagiarism. But you do not make all the research paper directly into one chapter. Better you will do some more work, and you combine each other, and then it will be more fruitful.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your answer. Thank you so much.
Now I will go for Dr. Rabin Sharma. Yes, unmute. Dr. Sharma, welcome you for the discussion session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, may I introduce myself, sir?
Yes, please, sir. Please introduce yourself and let the whole world know about you, and also let us know your question.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I am Dr. Robin Sharma, and working as an assistant professor in education. And I am from Assam, sir, India.
You're from Assam? Okay. And
yes.
Actually, I am not expecting, and seeing the Sharma, I cannot identify that from which state he is belong to. And as you are from Assam, it is really good to see you here, because though we are conducting everything, we are from Assam, but you have seen then very less number of people, maybe 2-3 people maybe from Assam, and otherwise the people from the different part of the world are. But from Assam, it is very less. We are having more participants from Delhi, from Bangalore, from Hyderabad, like that. But from Assam, very less people. So how you come to know about the Oram, sir?
Yes, I feel very proud, sir. And it is organized very properly. And great salute to you, sir. You
Thank you.
Really
And
inspirational for us.
Thank you. And Dr. Sharma, I salute you also because of your Corona lockdown situation. I know what is going on in Assam and everything that is we have to close our life, and people are though making the social quarantine, but social quarantine is not there because they are totally mentally weak. I know that they are making so much problem. They are already under lockdown. The situation is like that. So therefore, I appreciate your participation.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. And I hope that in future we will be associated with each other.
Definitely, sir. Sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you.
Sir, I have two simple queries, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, one is related to your presentation, but other is not related to your presentation. Sir, may I proceed?
Oh. Okay, sir. Please let me know.
Sir, one thing is, sir, you have done very nicely and presented very properly each and everything. Sir, I am in doubt, sir. You express about in the research proposal about preliminary data, and in preliminary data you have pointed out about, sir, preliminary findings. Preliminary findings, sir.
Yes.
Sir, will you explain something more than what is preliminary findings?
Okay.
And may I ask the second question?
I will answer this one, then we will go to the second one.
Okay, thank you.
Is it okay, sir? Okay. As you have already given, it is very important question. I think that to the scholars, I am telling all the scholars, those who want to start their PhD, it is very, very important because preliminary. Why preliminary? I am not saying primary and secondary. Earlier, I have already clear about this one. Preliminary, you have chosen one topic, you have chosen the research question. Now research question is in your hand. Now you are doing the preliminary data collection, or if it is scientific research, you have started your some preliminary work, that is a synthesis maybe there, maybe you are writing down some work. Now you will come to know about, that is whether your research can be fruitful or not. That is first point. Whether some obstacles are more obstacles, that is whether you are overcome it or not. It is possible for you or not. For therefore, preliminary work or preliminary data collection is always required. It is always required, and it will be fruitful for your research work. Please do it. After that only you should move to the pure thesis work. Dr. Sharma, sir?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, we can go for the next one.
Yeah, sir. Next question is related to the minor research project, sir. MRP.
Yes.
Sir, can you tell me about
MRP, what is the present, so, sir, you are working in
present position of, because UGC has already stopped financing minor research project.
Yes. Therefore, I have already shown here that the people are facing the problem regarding their minor research project, even the major research project. I am telling you, even the major research project. No doubt in India, I am especially now, I will explain about the India as you are from Assam. So in India, you see that DBT giving the funding if you are from the, say, biotechnology or like that department. And social science also, that you are having the society for that one. So you have to approach particular society rather than the UGC right now, because from UGC they are making something different, and they have already changed the scenario. Earlier it was very easy to get one MRP in India, if especially it is the minor research project. Then you can submit the research project and it will maybe for 2 lakh, 3 lakhs you can use, and major project for 5 lakh, 10 lakhs like that. But now the situation is different. Now, of course, we have to accept that one. But I would like to share with you, Dr. Sharma, that is foreign investment is open. That is foreign investment is really open. And if you want to go for that one, you need the only originality in your work. So I think that may I, sir, know your department?
Sir, education.
Education, sir.
Yes, sir.
So education, I would like to show the example. Say, sir is from the education department, and you would like to make your research on the child education. It may be the higher education, like that. So if you are preparing one new research, say report, that is the model, because proposal, what is we call the research proposal for funding purpose, and you are submitting it to a foreign agency. If your research work will help the entire community of the world, if it will be useful for not only in our country, but it will be useful for other country also, that these are the some factors I have studied, this is my work, and this will have that much of publication, then definitely, sir, you can submit it to the foreign funding agency also. And there are numbers of foreign funding agency, you can search in Google also, and I hope that you can submit your work into the foreign funding agency, and it is now easier to receive the fund, but the quality is only required and original work is only demanded.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. And we
Sir,
are
I will be in
appreciating your
touch, sir.
questions. These are always useful.
I will be in touch, sir.
Sir, we will be in touch, sir.
Thank you.
And we will,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes, sir. We will do more and more work. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you. So we will go for Dr. Reddy is there. I will unmute. Okay. Welcome you, Dr. Reddy, to our discussion session.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Dr. Reddy, we welcome you to the discussion session. How are you, sir? Dr. Reddy, I am audible to you. You have to unmute yourself also. I have unmuted you. Again, you have mute. Kindly unmute yourself, Dr. Reddy.
Hello.
I think yes. Dr. Reddy, you are audible. So how are you, sir?
Is it audible? Yeah, fine, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Is it audible, sir?
Yeah, it is audible. How are you, sir?
Yeah, good, sir. Thank you. Thanks for providing me this golden opportunity to participate in this online workshop, international workshop. Really, many of my colleagues are interested to take part in this kind of online workshop, but I got this information through FB. So I really didn't trust earlier, so I didn't share the information. Later, by going through the 1 week of this session, really it's trustworthy. We can, I'm sure that next time if any online workshop is going on there, definitely I would recommend many of my colleagues. Really, it's wonderful, sir. Even though some technical issues have been taking place, you continued the session till the last date and last minute. So my question is, really your suggestions that I mean towards plagiarism and paper submissions, it should be genuine. But what in my perception, I have observed that if we have written own papers, I mean genuinely without copying the content from the other papers, such kind of papers have been not taken by the publishers also. I mean, the literature which we have mentioned in the papers are going to be not up to the mark, that thing. So how we have to improvise that literature, sir? I mean, the terminology when we are writing the original papers.
Okay.
Most of the papers
What is? Yeah, can you tell me what is exactly question is that if your work is under plagiarism, is it or what you are saying? Kindly clear
no,
it.
not under the plagiarism, sir. Not it is under the plagiarism. When we are writing the paper, when we use our own terminology to explain about the content,
yes.
Then many publication people are saying that it is not up to the mark. I mean, we have to improvise the terminology of the literature. So when it is genuine work, then when we express our own feelings, maybe we cannot reach the international level standards of the terminology. So how can we improvise that? That is one question.
Yes.
And the second question is,
Yeah, it is very good question, sir. Actually, yeah, I will address this question, sir, at first. So it is very important question, and in this platform, actually, earlier also we have one discussion regarding the local language, local issues, and with the international platform. And we have actually, I can say, no exact remedy for that one, but we can do one thing. We can promote our work. That is, if it is work in some local language. For example, I got one question from one person who is doing in Sanskrit, okay, and he is doing, another is doing in Hindi literature, like that. So sometimes we have seen that for publication purpose, your work should be in international level and along with your language. That is also important. That is, so if you are your terminology, that whatever you are using, even some your aspects of the subject also, if it is not available in the international, you have to avoid this for international publication. Otherwise, there will be always one issue with your publication. If you want to publish this work in a top journal, in one say international reputed journal, then in such case, you have to think that you have to go in accordance with the journal, not with you. You have to cope up with the situation. They will not cope up with your situation. This is one issue. So I would like to suggest here that while you are submitting the paper to one reputed journal or one international journal, please be careful with all terminology, with all terms and conditions, with all guidelines of that particular journal, and it will help you for publication.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Yes, sir. So thank you, sir. Yeah.
Second question, sir.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Yeah.
See, when the papers have been submitted to the academia, there are many researchers are going through the papers and they are giving the feedback also. But coming to the Google Scholars, the citation has not been showing. Can we count it or
Yes.
not count it?
Yeah, it is. It is very good question regarding the academia, or if you are having the ORCID also. ORCID, you know also. Now earlier it was happening that what is your ORCID profile? If you back to the 10 years, because in that time we are using only the ORCID and ID or like that. And now you see the Google Scholar, everyone. So these are all search engine, but we have to care about them, because in during interview, the interviewer are making some questions on that one. So in academia, if you are having and say citation, they have cited your work, and it is not in the Google Scholar, you need not to worry, but you can upload your paper into the Google Scholar also. So do you have Google Scholar account? If you have the Google Scholar account, please update your paper to the Google Scholar also for the future prospect. That is, if you would like to go for, say, you are associate professor, then professor, or assistant to associate, then in such cases, if you are applying for the cash promotion or like that, then you see the panel of the people. And in the panel, that generally they are asking the question, and in such case you have to be careful with that one. If you get more citation, then it is better. So with the academia, it is valid. It is not like invalid. It is valid, but you have to make it in the Google. So please that one. Then you get the their citation also.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks for your valuable feedback. I mean, suggestions, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yes, yes. I'm going for Dr. R.R. Sharif. Yes, you're raising hand. I will unmute, sir.
Yeah.
Dr. Sharif, sir, how are you, sir?
Fine, sir. Nice presentation,
So,
sir. Excellent presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. This is all of your blessings that we are making the good
Yes,
work.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
So just one question, sir.
Yes, sir.
I am from mechanical engineering field. As I told, I have done PhD in mechanical engineering. Then I have total 72 citations, Google Scholar citations up till now, 72. Out of which my H index is 5, I10 is just 1. Now I was interested to ask what will be my G factor or G index. How should I calculate my G index?
Okay.
Hello, sir.
It is very good question.
Am I audible?
Because Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, and I am getting your question also regarding the Z indexing. So, for Z indexing, it is that your I index should be more. Like that, if you are having only one I index, then it means that your one paper getting more than 10 citation. That is at least
Yes,
your one paper.
my one
If
paper
your
has got.
I index is 1, it means that.
Okay. Okay, sir. Please continue, sir. Hello.
Yes, yes, sir. So I would like to say with you, about your H index, as you have told us that 5 is your H index. So 5 means your
Not audible, sir. Hello. Hello. Hello.
yes, I think Dr. sir is audible. I'm audible to you, sir.
No, sir. I am not able to hear you in between. The disturbance is there.
Yeah, there was some technical problem. Now I am audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. So I'm addressing your question as you have already. Hello. Yes, sir. Now I will explain that one. Yes, as you have already told, that is a 5H index. That is 5